Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Lee. This is JLeesCorner, and this is a gossip chat. Who said that? Anybody? Somebody? Nobody? Okay, y'all know the blogs. The blogs. Now, a lot, happened or whatever, but not that much. And so I'm going to break this up into two. So this is part one. Okay, the other gossip chat will be up, so watch that one too. Okay, I don't want to be a whole hour. That's too much, like, I'm saying, half and half. But let's get past that. If you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a whole JayBird. Dun 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 dun. My throat, you honey, my throat. And all that goodness and stuff. Okay, now let's go ahead into okay. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, okay? And we have to relax, relate, release, and center yourself, okay? Because there's a lot going on. See, I'm going to do that every time because we sometimes have to remember to just breathe, okay? Do not forget to also like this video, to comment in the comment section, to follow me on IG, and like, comment, share. Share it on your social media, and then also follow me on IG and on Twitter at J_Lees_Corner, and all of that information is what's also in the description box. Okay, now let me cut and paste this shit together for you to watch. Okay. Baby girl. Okay, so look, they on BSimone's ass. I mean, every week is something different. I mean, somebody go check on BSimone to be sure that she is okay. So she had the whole plagiarism thing going on or whatever, Then she came on her IG how she's going to have a webinar, okay? It says mistakes you'll never have to make. Free webinar, okay? And she has about 5 people. As she said, I brought some professionals together to teach you all the do's and the don'ts of the industry. I say, well, you should have did that before you did Joseph. Now, she put up, I had to sit here and reflect on everything, and I'm starting to understand my purpose, okay? Even more, I have to keep reminding myself that a delay is never a denial. Now, that is true. Okay, that is true. And I ask God, how can he use me, and expect him to only use me in ways I want? I'm going to have a free webinar for young men and women that will be led by industry experts and people who are very knowledgeable in important topics, okay? I've asked them to talk on finances, law, and you guessed it, copyright infringement, and how not to play yourself, learn a lesson from me. And I say, that's good. That's good. But why didn't you check with was none of them on your team? Now, all them people, wasn't none of them available for you to talk to before you got all this mess? But I digress. She's learning from her mistakes. That is a way to grow. Okay, that's called growth. Okay, but then, honey, somebody went digging, and it was an old podcast. The BSimone was on the podcast. It was her and to the people or whatnot, and they were speaking on transgendered, I don't know how they even got on this subject, but I am a firm believer, and if you know not what you speak, do not speak. That is why I don't speak on politics and other things, because I am not enough well versed to be on here just talking as if I know shit. And I feel like, that comes with the same as you can't be speaking on other people if you don't know, what to do with it. That ain't the thing to do, whatever. So on this podcast that's from 2017, and it wasn't just her, it was also the 2 hosts of the show. The podcast is called Horrible Decisions, and that is WHORE decisions or whatever. And it began circulating online. Now, in the clip, you can hear BSimone. So, like, in Atlanta, you can't be just dating all willy-nilly, because it's possible that you could run into somebody who's transgender. However, BSimone chose to use the derogatory, offensive word that we should not be using, okay? And that's tranny. Everyone should know That word is derogatory and it's offensive. I know that, and I'm not even gay. I don't, and this is 2 years. 2 years ago, this word was offensive. Okay, now if it was 10 years ago, I would say, okay, maybe 10 years ago, maybe be something I know this 10 years ago. But 2 years ago, 2 years ago, it was clearly known that it was not the word to use when speaking about people who are trans, okay? And the thing about it was, she kept saying, well, I have friends, my friends are trans. I'm like, no, they can't be if they're letting you say that word. And it was the weird part as they sat there discussing, like, what's tranny, what's transgender, what's transsexual. I'm like, y'all are sitting here and y'all have no idea what y'all talking about, and y'all are being offensive. Like, all three of y'all, okay, all three of y'all is being offensive. I think the reason people kind of gravitated to being upset with BSimone was because BSimone was the one who started off the conversation, and she was the first one to use the word, and she kept using it. And the other two was like, well, doesn't this mean that? And again, y'all are talking about stuff y'all don't know about. And when she then also brought up, I had nothing against the LGBT, and then she said the lettuce, bacon, tomato. I said she did not just compare them to a sandwich, to sandwich. I was like, what is wrong with you? And she said it to be funny. No one found it funny. Now, as a person who was not, I'm not gay, I'm not part of that community. Even I felt like, well, that's like, white folks sitting around saying, well, should we say nigger or should we say coon? It's like, you shouldn't say either. Okay, because you are aware that it is a derogatory word. And so people are upset, and again, they're asking to what? Cancel BSimone. The two hosts of the show kind of put their own statement out too, and I don't know what their names was, but they put a statement out, so like that was a long time ago. And since that podcast, was maybe number 6. She said, we've grown since then, we've learned since then. Please check out, podcast numbers like 36, 42. And it was like 4 different podcasts where they discussed other things, had learned other things, and they had grew to learn whatever. But I still feel like y'all still said what y'all said. So the same disdain that people have for BSimone, they should get a bit of the heat too, because it wasn't just her. I think the reason is she was one who first brought it up, and they were kind of questioning it, but they were also laughing, at what she was saying. So that part is the crazy part. BSimone, I think she wanted to be famous, and that's fine. And I think she says things to be funny, that's fine too. But you have to kind of own up when you're doing things that are offensive to other people, and they don't like it. Is BSimone transphobic? I don't know. I do know in that podcast from 2 years ago, she was definitely trans idiotic, trans stupid. Like, she definitely did not know what she spoke. And that's the sad part. We just have to be conscious, you know what I'm saying, of certain things. But I mean, we shall see if she gets canceled this month. I mean, she been getting canceled every 2 weeks. Why is the family feuding? Jesus, what's going on? So the sisters, these are Eazy-E's daughters, okay? You have Remarkable in the orange wig. You have EB, who don't have an orange wig. And Remarkable was on Growing Up Hip Hop, I think, for one season. EB, I think they were on some other show or whatever, but however, they are both Eazy-E's daughters. They, have different moms and stuff. And, Meg Thee Stallion redid, she dropped a song, a new single, and it seems to cause a bit of an issue. So she dropped a single called Girls in the Hood. And NWA did Boys in the Hood back in 86, 87 or whatever. And of course Eazy was on it. And so Remarkable, who was in the orange wig, went online, this and how she, was a little bit upset, okay, that Eazy-E's team will allow other rappers to sample her father's music, but they won't allow her to sample his music to do music or whatever. Now, EB, of course, with the non-orange wig, was not upset, but people kept tagging her in it or whatever, and then she was like, stop confusing me. Okay, with that girl. Okay, go stop confusing me with her. You know what I'm saying? I don't know her. My father did not know her. And it's really strange to me that every single time something that has to do with my dad comes up, she's the first one running to the internet to speak up or whatever, as if she is a spokesperson for my family or for my father. You know what I'm saying? It's really weird or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The only person that's been fighting for my father to this day, okay, is me and my mom. Now, the crazy part is the two sisters again then started going back and forth on social media, posting this and posting that, posting videos or whatever, to the point to where, Orange Wig, Remarkable, was saying how Evie's delusion or whatever, how Evie needs to grow up. Now, Evie, not Orange Wig, is the older sister, and Orange Wig, Remarkable, is the younger sister. And I think the issue is, before Eazy passed away, they did not know about Remarkable. Remarkable did not come to be known as Eazy's daughter till after he had passed away or whatever. But Eazy had a few kids, okay? He had a few kids out on these streets who were not raised together. And I feel like Evie's point is, I'm not saying that she not his daughter. I'm not saying that we not sisters. But however, she wasn't a child that he claimed while he was here. She was a child who he knew of when he was alive. So now that he's passed away, she speaks from a point as if they were, she was raised with him, and that ain't what it is. And now the brother, Lil Eazy, that's also on Growing Up Hip Hop, he ain't said shit, okay? He has stayed silent. I think they just don't want Remarkable being looked at as a spokesperson, because I can understand if you have one sibling out of 8 siblings speaking out saying like our family, our father, it makes people seem or think that, okay, she's speaking for all these kids and for the state, and they may not be actual or factual. I think Remarkable needs to start speaking from a point of just her and how she feels, and not saying we and our, because again, you not really, connected to the other sister. But I do think it's kind of crazy that Eazy-E's estate won't let the daughter use it. But I wonder if it's because Remarkable is that one kid who, again, they didn't know about her existence until after he passed away. And that's just hard. It's hard when he was out in these streets banging whoever and was getting people pregnant, and his team may not want to financially acknowledge her for whatever reason. And it's not fair because she is his daughter. At the end of the day, Meg Thee Stallion winning, because it got more play for her song. So leave it there. Girl, I don't know what's going on. This is just kind of crazy. So I didn't say that man's name. The Pied Piper of R&B, whose name we shall not ever say. His ex, Azriel Clary, okay, was on social media, letting everybody know someone tried to take her down. Okay, someone set her car on fire, and as she said, they also tried to burn her house down. Now, she made a long post, okay, along with these photos of her, standing by her burnt out car. I've realized a lot of people are influencing people for all the wrong reasons on social media, and some portray a life they cannot sustain, cars that have been rented or matters that are only booked for certain occasions or whatever, and how, people don't post when they're at their lowest. So this is her posting at her lowest when she found out that someone, one set her car on fire, and she also had the video post, the video of the car on fire. And she said that there was also supposedly, allegedly, a gas line poured around her house to potentially also burn her house down. But luckily, the house did not catch on fire. However, her car did. And she, was working to kind of get herself in a better position and to, not let the haters get to her. And people were saying, like, is she clout chasing? Who really did it? Is she doing things for attention? Look. Are there possibly people out here who wants to ruin Azriel? Yes. I would not have taken the pictures in front of the burnt out car. That's not something that I would have done. Like, I would not have taken, the car cover off the car to show it, being burnt. Like, that would have been too much for me. I ain't got time for that. I'm too busy on the phone with the insurance carrier trying to get me a new car, going to get me a rental or whatever has to be done. I think that's the reason they was like, oh, she's for clout, because again, she posed with the burnt out car. She's still young, and she still, I feel like, hasn't fully dealt with what she went through with that man. And until she does it, anything she do will seem like she's doing it for clout, simply because it's like she just left that man alone or whatnot, and now she's always all over social media. But again, she's also just trying to live her life. Whoever it is who burnt down her car and attempted to burn down her house is a fucking fool. Even if it's her, okay, if she out here trying to just smother herself, then she's a whole fool. But I feel like, give that girl a chance to heal. She need to go sit down somewhere and heal and just get better, because people crazy, and anyone who was willing to burn up your car and try to set up your house on fire is crazy too. We just know that man, the Piper didn't do it because he in jail. Did Jocelyn do it? Girl, we don't know. So, the Brat is out here, clearing up rumors and everything. So, we know that, I think it was last week or the week before last, whatever, I spoke about K. Michelle saying how Tamar was messing around with Jermaine Dupri daddy, how Jermaine Dupri mama beat up Tamar in the elevator, whatever. And I'm looking like, I don't know if that's true. That may not be true. When did it happen? That's what I said. The Brat's honey was on Dish Nation, and she confirms, yes, it's true, okay? And she did not say, yes, Tamar slept with Jermaine Dupri. That ain't what she said. What she said was, there was an incident in the elevator, and I was in the elevator. Now, she did not say when it happened. That part we don't know. But she did also say, it was not Jermaine Dupri's mama. It was Jermaine Dupri's father's wife, okay? It was not the mama. It was the wife. Now, she would not go in much detail. She said, but that did happen. I happened to be in the elevator. We was at some kind of big event, a music industry event. And it was just a situation. Michael Martin's ex-wife was a little fed up, and it just went down in the elevator, whatever. And when it opened, I left the elevator, and I ain't got nothing to do with that. And I feel like, oh, Tamar, you girl, look, you could not be out here messing with married men. And but I did say in my video, how did her boyfriend say, it's not even true if he wasn't around back then, and come to know he wasn't around. Now again, the Brat did not say, yes, that she slept with Jermaine Dupri daddy, but Jermaine Dupri daddy wife was fed up with some bullshit, and she did jump on Tamar. And I'm like, girl, I don't think the Brat will have a reason to lie about things, even though I feel like K. Michelle has sometimes said things that wasn't fully true. And that's because when she said the whole thing about, Safari messing with Lyrica, which wasn't fully true, that's why I take things that K. Michelle say, you don't know. Because sometimes she say things about people that she's upset with that's not fully true. So, but Tamar did it. Girl, Tamar, stop banging people's ex-husbands or husbands. Don't do that. And I guess that's why Tamar didn't want to say nothing. Because it was true. But the Brat didn't told, and the Brat told it all. You got beat. Now, and I don't know how I feel about this news. Carl Crawford. Y'all know Carl Crawford is Evelyn Lozada's baby daddy. He is also a former MLB player. He's also, one of the guys who works with 1501. I think he may be the owner of the label that, Meg is dealing with, trying to renegotiate her contract. But that's not, about this. So Carl had an incident happen at his house. He had a little small party. Okay, and a little small party, a 5-year-old boy and an adult woman passed away because the little boy fell in the pool, and then the adult partygoer dove into the pool to try to save him and they both died at the hospital, whatever. Now the mama of the little boy. Now I always thought the person who died jumping in was the little boy's mama, but no, it was somebody separately. The mama of the little boy is now saying that she is suing Carl for $1 million, and she said she is holding Carl Crawford solely responsible for the incident of her 5-year-old son who drowned in the pool. Now she say, the reason her son drowned was because the pool wasn't properly protected. You know what I'm saying? And he had a massive pool that didn't have no fencing around it, no alarm system or whatever, and it was unreasonably dangerous. I feel like that's the kind of rules people used to have, like for a public pool. I feel like if you at somebody's house, I don't think it's like house rules. I'm not sure, because I'm not a lawyer. Okay, I'm not sure, but I feel like you're fine. Like, where were you at? I'm like, where was? Because like, why? It's weird. It's. I mean, like, was Carl Crawford's son over having a pool party with his friends, and because we don't really know what happened, and saying all we know was it was a small party, and I'm just wondering, like, was his son having a party, and the son friends had babysitters and not parents? Because again, why was your 5-year-old son at Carl Crawford's house without you? Was he with his daddy? Where was the date? I feel like you should not allow your children to go to someone's house unattended to a pool party if you don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that you should fully blame the homeowner if your 5-year-old drowns in a pool and your excuse is, well, it's your fault my son drowned in your pool because your pool didn't have all these things that was needed. Did you ask before you let your child go over there if there was a gate and some fences, some alarm systems? Because again, you think of that stuff when your child goes to a public pool. At the public pool, it's a lifeguard, you know what I'm saying? It's all these things to prevent your child from being hurt because it's a public thing. When you're at a private pool, there's no lifeguard, you know what I'm saying? It's just different. And yes, a person can get these extra things if need be, but I don't think they're required. I'm not saying she can't be hurt and distraught that her son passed away, but I'm like, where was you at when he drowned? That somebody else had to go save him. Why wasn't you watching your son? That's what I would think. Okay, period. And, to say that he is solely responsible, based on no fencing, no alarm system, he at home. And there's a fence that surrounds his home. Okay, usually a pool is fenced in where? In a public place, not in somebody's private home, but I digress. I don't think we can fault him for this situation. I do think going forward, he needs to be sure to possibly have those things because, again, he has a little son. So you would hope that he would have things there that will protect his son. But if his son maybe, know how the pool works because he lived there, that could be different. But I don't think anyone should blame the homeowner if you let your child go over there and you didn't ask about the safety precautions. That's just my opinion. I'm going to leave it at that. Okay? I don't know who asked for this, but it's here. So Kanye West, Yeezys, and The Gap have done a partnership. Yep, they will have a 10-year partnership where Kanye will do some clothing for them. And I'm like, has anybody seen his Yeezy clothes line? It's like slave clothes. It's like slave clothes in the most dull colors ever. Like, I don't want that. Like, if I wanted clothes from Kanye, I would buy clothes from Kanye. I don't think he is creative enough clothing wise to sell homeless slave clothes at the Gap, at Old Navy. I don't want it. And it's a 10-year deal, a 10-year partnership. He gonna give us slave clothes for 10 years. Look, I need him to add some color. I need them clothes and I have holes in them. I need for the. I don't want it. I don't want it. His clothes better not look nothing like them damn Yeezy clothes at all. Them fucking shoes already look stupid, like little spaceship slippers. We don't want that. No. And I get, it's a whole full circle moment. You know, he used to work at the Gap. Oh my God, it's so amazing. It would be if he was better at fashion. His Yeezy clothing line is not good. It just isn't. And I hope whatever he makes for the Gap is the elevation of the bullshit he's been selling y'all with the Yeezys. I'm like, look, I'm not the one to say, oh, you know, we all need to support black people, you know, doing great things. Not that they not talented in it. Like, he's not a good. No, and I know for a fact he don't have no idea how to make anything for plus size women. So I'm not even here for it. I shop at the Gap. I shop at Old Navy. All that, honey. No, thank you. I don't want no damn skin type leather pleather ass shit that you with your wife in. I don't want it. No, I don't want homeless clothes. No, I don't want. And I like hobo chic, but he do homeless slave chic. I don't want it. So I don't know who thought this would be a good. Talking about he would design a new line of clothing for men, women, and children. Dub Yeezy Gap. The fuck? No one asked for that. No one. I'm not gonna. Kim should have gotten a line for Kanye. Okay, hell, give Christian a line. No. Kanye makes slave clothes. Okay, now if this is college dropout Kanye, maybe, but slave clothes Kanye. I don't want it. Not at all. Not on my watch. And we're going to end it here, okay? So, thank you for tuning in. Do not forget to like, to comment, to share this video, to follow me on IG and on Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. And until next time, people, peace. Yes, it's a part 2. It'll be up. It's 1:13 in the morning. I don't know if I've edited yet, but always come back to my channel and see. Okay? Gotta go.